Alright guys, first trip away since we moved in. No funny business.
With the world growing every day, more and more people populate the earth. With that comes energy. Energy comes in all kinds of forms, but sometimes it can come in the simplest of forms. Segways, at 24 miles per charge, a penny a mile, and can go up to 12.5 miles per hour, is a great alternative for getting around. This guy knows all about it. Shawn Jenkins and his family own and operate Segway of Cincinnati downtown on Central Park and Vine. And when asking about Cincinnati, he's the guy to talk to.
My name's Shawn Garfield Jenkins, same as my great-grandfather, middle name. I was born in Ohio, in Bellbrook. Wright brothers, pop top lore, patent history, things like that. Growing up, I was into science projects, a little bit of math, was studying some of that stuff, a little more advanced, falling behind in some of the other stuff, a little bored. Liked to skate, ice skating and biking was big. We worked at the ice arena and at the swimming pool, and worked at the root beer stand and things like that, starting real young. And I went to college for a while, 7 years of college. It was a 6-year program, and then I switched to what was a 5-year program. So I didn't finish either one. Could probably go back and finish one or the other in a year or two. But went to school to study architecture and then switched to fine arts with an emphasis in sculpture. But was lucky enough to be able to take any class at DAP. The dean was a little friendly with me, so got a nice open education, a lot of urban planning, a lot of art history. My interests these days include everything from the past 6 or 10 years that we've been pushing, both professionally at work and as a hobby. Always looking for that next new tech or project coming out. There's a lot of old tech that got left by the wayside. There's new tech that isn't getting the exposure it needs to. I'm pushing Segway as a product, getting more into bicycles, still pushing electric bicycles. Cincinnati's going through some changes with bicycles, so trying to take advantage of that. I got into Segways. I've been following it like everybody else. It was Ginger. It was the new great thing. What's this going to be? It's going to solve all our problems. Some people say products have their own culture. That's almost a misstatement when it comes to this. But it can affect culture. I think it's almost so profound that it takes a long time to see the real effect of it. It's not going to be proven overnight. Our kids will probably be way used to them. That time's not now. People still aren't used to them. Followed it, just kind of saw it fall on its face, but still was interested in it. Saw the new version came out, and saw they got it sleeker and slicker and sexier even, and easier to use, and thought that this is the time to get into it, and got into it, and learned all those lessons that I just talked about. We went to look at it and continued to be excited about it. Your brain starts to swell, and all these ideas going. So I wanted to do a tour. I thought there'd be a good business that's, green endeavor, make you feel good about what you're doing, money-making opportunity. And it's been kind of a wildfire for us. Started out real small, just doing some sales. He was letting me test the waters, another dealer in Ohio. and then got started with some tours, got some accounts, became a dealer, grew the tour. It's just been kind of gangbusters for us, which I guess when I talk, it seems like I'm poo-pooing it when I talk about those lessons learned or whatever, because if we weren't being successful in passing that message successfully, then we wouldn't be growing business. Going on in Cincinnati that definitely give you a sense of change include parking problems. You can't park. That's a symptom of success. Lots of bikes around. That's good. The city's looking to put in parking specifically for scooters, motorcycles, and bikes. Lots of walking traffic. Definitely in the neighborhood we moved into, Gateway Quarter and Over the Rhine. We were the first store in that space. A couple of stores around us have flipped, but most everything's full now. Lots of traffic. I used to not be busy on weekends. I'm really busy on weekends now at the showroom. At the bistro down the street doing brunch, and a couple of the shops having extended hours, and the city flea market, and the second Sundays on Main, and final Fridays downtown. Seems like everything they're doing seems to be working right now. People are responding. You're seeing 10 to 12% increase in downtown residents, I think monthly. Someone told me. It's either annually or monthly, which either way is stellar. Lots of restaurants, good eateries. I like that kind of stuff. Dog park downtown now. So as you see, I hope Kroger get their act together, and fix their first store up the street. Headquarters down the street. That's kind of a disgrace. But as you put in those types of things that residents need, there's a dry cleaner down there now. There's a pet store down there now. Pizzerias, those types of things, and people are more apt to move. I know the condos are selling. I mean, they're selling out. Well, you're seeing families with young ones move downtown, which we would if we could find a yard for the right price. It's a little tough to do. As they succeed down there, prices go up. That's a good thing. And you're seeing empty nesters move down there, and a lot of young professionals. For young professionals, there's lots of things to do. If you're single, Cincinnati's fun. If you're a young family, there's Finley Museum Center and lots of green parks. You can get around when the streetcar gets done. There's the bus system. There's things to do everywhere. You used to say people complain there's nothing to do in this town, and you'd say, well, they don't go out. You cannot anymore say there's nothing to do in this town. They got ranked number 3 in big publications as places to visit this summer. Get out there and do stuff. People are looking to get rid of vehicles, make their lives simpler, smaller spaces, less stuff. It's a good way to be, I think. Latest on the streetcar, I'm not as involved as I was, focusing on our business. But phase 1's going in. I went to the groundbreaking. It was excellent. They turned the stones. Not sure how much they've done since then. I know they're after Duke to put up many millions more dollars to move major utilities that are in the way of the line. Once it's completed, phase 1, it'll roll by our store. Phase 2 will get it to Clifton. So phase 1's connecting the banks to downtown, to Liberty Street, Finley Market. So that's a big move to get the intergrid connected. Phase 2 would really connect up to downtown. And I've never really heard anyone refer here to up and downtown. If you put the streetcar in, it almost become natural to call it up and downtown, with Clifton Heights and downtown. You'll be able to take a Segway or a bike on the streetcar. It'd be great to be able to extend your radius, if you will. It's ideal if you're in this urban neighborhood we've been chatting so much about. Segways can be ideal for those kind of places, or commercial warehouse environments, or your farm. Anyone that's going to use it, it's going to pay for itself. 70% of the car trips we take in America are 3 miles or less. 70% of those trips are 1 mile or less. So if you can pick any other alternative than one person in a car, then you're bringing down the price of gas, and you're bringing down air pollution by yourself, as an individual, in real time, having real effect. As the haze increases, so does the difficulty to breathe. We were on the highway last night, and for the first time ever, the overhead sign says, "Dry conditions, do not throw lit cigarettes out the window." Never seen that before, ever, in my 35 years. But I think the future is bright. People were taking, initiative to change those kinds of things. Even though they may not think Segway has a green product, they can harness it and use it to those ends. Americans are ignorant, though. We take a little longer to catch on. Electric bikes. Someone told me electric bikes are like electric bikes in China are like cell phones here. That 60 or 70% of all the bikes, it's either China or India, are electric. We're talking millions and millions. There's not. I mean, here it's still considered new technology. It's kind of old technology coming back with new materials and manufacturing processes that we have now that can help bring the cost of that down, matching it with new battery technology. So it's about batteries. We'll see what the future of batteries holds, but I think people are starting to wake up to options, so that's good. My future's bright. We're surrounded with good staff, good people, great product, nice city. So Christy's behind you. She's my partner in most things.
Hola.
I got 2 young boys. Caden will be 4. There he comes in August. And Kemper just turned 2 in June. Kay's like their mom. And then we got Shadow, our dog, Chloe, our cat, here with us. Services that we offer at Segway of Cincinnati now include bike repair at what we call the garage, which is our maintenance wing. So we just expanded a little bit. Gives us that showroom feel back in our main wing, which is Segway of Cincinnati. Electric bike sales and rentals, electric skateboard, longboard sales, Segway dealer, and authorized tour location. We do rentals, make you take a tour first for safety and etiquette. We also offer rentals at Spring Grove Cemetery, it's Riverfront Downtown, Eden Park tours, custom tours. We do rentals. Love doing sales for mobility. Had a young man in today with spina bifida, so I get the opportunity to work with a lot of stroke survivors, amputees, MS patients, things like that, where they're looking to get some mobility back in their life. So Segway is a good fit for that. And we do parties and icebreakers and things like that. We tend to be the life of the party when we show up. We play Segway polo when we can. We've been a little busy. It's a little hard on the horses and some of the players sometimes. We'd wish to do more of it. I'd love to have a corporate sponsor. Montgomery Inn, you listening? Things like that. I'd like to play ultimate frisbee on Segway. Might be kind of fun. Anything I want to say? Thanks for hanging in. It's been a long ride. Everyone's helped out a lot. Couldn't have done it without everybody. Laughs and good times and more to come. I remember we were going to show up at your house the first time we had them. We were going to put ghost sheets over ourselves and make us look like ghosts, but I was worried about getting shot. Have no idea what's floating towards you. Yeah. So thanks for the hard work and good times and the support.
At the end, I know it. No.